Yo, what's up? It's your boy Sugi, and I'm gonna break down the patch 5.5 notes. And this video is a bit late because I was sleeping and shit, so apologies for that. But let's get rolling. So, Bard is the first champion. I mean, the new champion, and he has abilities that can backfire a lot, and he can be actually the best troll champion ever made. Like, he can totally fuck with your own team and shit. And he's gonna be a lot of fun to play. He seems to have like the best heal in the game, also like with terms of like the numbers, like the ratio and the base heal. And he has this like weird thing where he can collect experience and shit. He seems to be only playable inside the support lane. I'm pretty certain that is the case. I could be wrong, but have to see. Overall, I think he's going to be like a very middle of the pack support. Due to his liabilities, I don't think we're going to see a lot of him in competitive play, and unless there's going to be like a huge exploit or something. Azir is having like base attack speed buff and soldier attack range buffed. It's kind of weird because they kind of like nerfed the numbers not too long ago, but the spear pass-through range is less now, but the total range is the same. Azir is strong, a lot of skill involved to learn him. He's actually really fun. I actually tried AD Azir, but that was pretty horrible. We got a Gangplank, and Gangplank is getting like a passive change, so slow immune targets were slowed and now they're not. Or something. Oh no, that was yeah, they fixed some shit. Okay, nobody plays Gangplank and nobody gives a shit. Gragas is actually a champion that I enjoy playing, really, and they're doing a huge buff, giving him 100 more mana. That's actually quite a lot. I think that's a 1Q. That is huge. And they're buffing W, so more damage to monsters, so we can see him a lot more in the jungle now. I would like to see him on the mid lane as support more. Due to these two changes, we could probably see some like viability on those lanes, but he's still gonna be like a B or C tier in those respective lanes, even though. So it's kind of like the same. Maybe in the jungle he's much more higher tier pick, but they're gonna be much better picks though. But if you totally love Gragas, well, what the hell, just do it. Karma getting some fixes, Kart is getting some fixes. They're considered like they're small buffs. Kassadin is gonna be fucking insane again. This just doesn't make any sense, you know. But the new visuals look nice. I'm loving it. I respect that. What they're doing is they're like really like the Rift Walk has more range and less cooldown and less mana cost, and I'm not sure like is this like a good thing? This is a good idea. Like you can blink from base to other side of the thing like in a matter of 10 seconds or something crazy like that. I watched a video clip, and he's gonna be always in target of nerfs and buffs because his kit is just such. His kit is really overpowered in my opinion. Like that's why I see him. Like the roaming champions are doing too well, I guess. Like the traditional champions like Annie and Brand, like I mean they can't really roam, you know, they can't do much about that unless they pick a teleport. But I wish Riot would do something with the traditional mages. Lysandra has been like very viable and very played. And they're just reducing the damage on Q, which makes a lot of sense because she just pokes too much. She's gonna be still viable because of the lockdown potential of the ultimate, so that doesn't matter anything really. Like just less damage, so maybe you just need to build more IP, I guess. But these numbers are really small. I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference here. So what they're gonna do, a lot of the teams of this patch is buffing the tanks, okay? Buffing the jungle tanks. And Nautilus is getting W, damage is going down, but the overall shield is going up on the earlier levels. It's still going to be 17% on the last rank. So by the definition, he's gonna be stronger, shittier in the late game in terms of this ability. It's bullshit. But they compensated with E, so the cooldown on E is like crazy, crazy low. Imagine 5 seconds, and you're gonna pick up at least like 3 CDR items. You're gonna have like almost like a perma slow or something. That's a 3 second. Like I think I'm bad at math, but I guess you can get it to like 3 second cooldown, and the slow is 1.5, and your passive is gonna hold him like 0.5 seconds or 0.75. So that means you're like they are in permanent slow. They're in permanent slow with right CDR items. Of course, the slow itself is not too like strong, so it's kind of like well, baby slow, whatever you want to call it. But the mana cost is going down, which is like helping the wave clear, but the power, well, them. So long story short, less cooldowns, more sustain, but the damage is going down. So they're nerfing the bushwhack to just deal. I wasn't really sure why even the old bushwhack was doing current health damage. That wasn't like making a lot of sense. This is a good nerf, and like it doesn't like hurt that actual Nidalee players too much. I would like her to be more viable as an AD one, but in this patch, split push, well, I'll talk about later, but split push is gonna be much stronger. Maybe I can try her as AD again. Have to see. And Rexa is getting like tunnel things, so you're able to see on the UI when tunnels are gonna expire and everything. And Shyvana is getting 0.5% more maximum health per auto attack. I made a season 3 like Shyvana top guide, and most of that build like still exists, and it hasn't really changed, and you should definitely check that out, because you can still a lot of the information in that video is still relevant, because top lane hasn't just changed. Shyvana is really good against tanks. This change is gonna make her like much better against tanks. It's better for trading. It's not gonna like increase the wave clear, but then again you have to think that they changed the W to deal more damage in the jungle, so destroying like big health opponents in jungle is gonna be much faster now for Shyvana, and that's actually really good. So I guess we're gonna see a bit more Shyvana jungle. Singed, there's a bug fix on the E. Bug fix, yeah. And Sion is getting mana cost reductions on Q. It's gonna do more damage too now when fully loaded, and well, the first was just more damage. And E is getting like more mana cost. I don't like this change because I like playing IP Sion. It's kind of funny for me, but I guess this is totally okay. Skarner is getting a lot of damage buffs in Q and E, and this means only one thing. You know, I'm gonna bring up my Skarner top again. I'm gonna demolish everybody and kill everybody. It's a very strong pick on top lane. A lot of people just haven't figured it out yet. And like the best like people who have watched this channel let them know that I play always split push champions, and with split push the most important thing is your movement speed. So like Trundle, Nidalee, and Skarner are best, because if somebody caught you for overextending, you can outrun them, because usually these 3 champions have Trinity, so have extra movement speed, and they have something in their kit that makes them go faster. Nidalee has his passive, Trundle has a W, and Skarner has W. So with these champions you can always outrun the jungle, even the ganks in the before you start to extend, you can always outrun. That is an important feature when it comes to this, and I'm really excited about these corner changes, and I'm probably gonna pick him up and try to play him more. Sona is getting buffs to ultimate, so less mana cost, which is great. Some buff to power cord, so it doesn't consume when you do it on like trinkets and shit. And Star Call, okay, they pretty much buffed the Q. There was a bug on it. Sorry about that. It's very interesting Tristana change. So each basic attacks against the target with the max explosive charge is reducing the cooldown now by 1 second by rapid fire of rapid fire. If it's on cooldown, I usually activate it after I use my E, but this is really weird. I'm not sure, does it go to cooldown when you have casted it? I can't be, I don't remember, but Tristana doesn't need any buffs. This is unnecessary. Like, just when like AD carries started to be more balanced, now Riot is just buffing Tristana again, and I don't think it makes a lot of sense to her kit, but I think she's too high up there. And Trundle is getting a buff to ultimate, so 4% more armor and magic resistance still. This was like a bug fix, and before it took 36%. This is huge. And the King's Tribute has more range, 400 more range. You can sit at your fucking turret and still get health. It's insane. This is an insane range. And the Frozen Domain health application is now 20% each rank. You should always use this at base because you heal faster, because it affects the fountain heal. But fuck, man, this is like, I'm gonna play Trundle more now because this is just making Trundle so strong. Urgot is, and I guess like the jungle viability is also now higher. Urgot is getting buffs to ultimate, so less cooldown on that. They're reducing the base damage, base health of the shield, but they're increasing mana ratio to it. Because a lot of people will build mana items for Urgot. And a lot of people say like, yeah, Urgot shit, and no, like, this is not true. Urgot is actually a really good AD carry. He's still better than Quinn, and I would actually rank him much higher than a lot of people do. Even without these buffs, I think Urgot is really strong. He just kind of needs, the ultimate is kind of random though in certain situations, but he can do a lot of poke. He has like the best early game, best level 1, like I mean best level 3 poke. He's really good in poke comps, and he deals a lot of damage. You know, take a black cleaver or something, and you can like get 5 people like shredded armor, and it's insane. And I think he's gonna be more beefy now, and you know, we're good strong. And Varus is getting important change, so the cooldown of the Q will come now when you start it, not after you launch it. So this is good because this is just a good change. Veigar is getting like small adjustments to Q and E. Still kind of iffy about, because the ultimate just took so much nerf. They're nerfing V's movement speed and ultimate damage. Still gonna be viable. Some each fix the Victor, Frenzy. Refunds half of the cooldown if used on a monster, which means Volibear is going to be more, probably big more in the jungle. Zinza is getting more base heal on W and more damage on E. This means that the rise of the AP Zinza again. With the right build, if you get Rabadons, you get these items. You get Rabadons, Nashor's Tooth, and Lichbane, and maybe like Spirit Visage. And you can tank turrets without minions. You will out heal the turrets damage. This is insane. Like, I mean, it's so hard to get to those items, but if you do get to the full build, you can just backdoor everything. It's just insane, but you never will get it because I've tried it before. Zac is getting some like small changes now. He needs like a HP scaling on some of the damage of the abilities to make him viable. He just doesn't do any damage. Even with AP builds, he doesn't do any damage, and that's a problem for our tank. And Zillion's getting nerfs to, buffs to cooldown in the Q, less cooldown, good stuff. New texture balances. Taric still looks shit. Cho'Gath looks still shit. Janna looks actually pretty cool, and Warwick looks pretty cool. And there's the new item, okay? So, because the DFG got removed, we got like... So, in long story short, it is a static shiv, which works as an AP, and will hit 4 targets in an AoE, and works with the spells like... Ezreal Q and shit. Overall, I'm not sure. I haven't theory crafted too much which champions would be good with it. Akali will be, and this item seems rather overpowered. It gives 7% movement speed, but I think it's very necessary. Because of this item, we could just make every champion like could like just take Zed and Yasuo and those like out of flavor because this item seems very powerful. I'm not sure like the passive's damage overall, but seems pretty powerful in my opinion. Someone like Lux and like it says Lux, Akali, Karthus, these can like get huge benefits from this item. And Sweeping Links is more cooldown now. And there's the new items, okay. So this is called the Bami's Cinder, has like this pretty much health and passive that is similar to Sunfire Cape. I'm gonna do a video series which is called Bronzes Don't Know Jack. I'm reviving the show, but it will be a bit different format. It will be less trolly, I guess more educational. I don't know. But one of the topics I wanted to talk about is the trap item called Sunfire Cape. Sunfire Cape is a trap item. Don't fucking build it. Even though this item might look good on paper, 5 damage per 1 champion level is fucking nothing. We're talking about maybe 10. Okay, so if you're level 5, you do 10 damage per second. Only 10. And this gets reduced by the MR, the magic resistance. So it's like 7 or 6 by the base 30 MR or something. And it's crazy bad item. It's crazy bad. It's just such a noob bait. And the Cinderhawk enchantment gives you the same shit. And yeah, so you can build it to Sunfire Cape or the Cinderhawk. There's new more health on the Cinderhawk, so tank jungle are gonna be more of a thing. And Raptor Cloak is getting more armor, and now you gain movement speed while near fallen turrets. I'm not sure does this mean that it no longer gives movement speed buff during when they're alive, the turrets, or not. And CZ World Portal is getting a lot of buffs, so the duration of the voids, the accusation ranges have been buffed, and base damages have been also added, and armor and magic resistance overall has been buffed. But there's some core fundamental problems with the item. Hopefully these changes are gonna like change something and like make it better. I have to try more. I think it's a good item, but the problem is like sometimes the things just get destroyed before they hit the turret, especially the last turrets on the Nexus turrets. And I found that really problematic, because I thought it could be like a good backdoor item, but it doesn't seem to function as that. And Righteous Glory, more health on it, so more incentive to play tanks. Banner of Commands getting nothing. And pretty much the turrets, they are like giving you less gold and less experience. And the shielding inner turrets have this no longer this shielding mechanic bullshit, so less Sterling. Game's gonna last much less now. Split push, in terms of split push, this is great. So overall, like minion health are getting buffed too. I guess that's good. Jungle camps are now easier. They deal less damage and give a bit more gold. And overall, how this will affect it, that we're going back to the season 2 jungle where we could just jungle with pretty much anyone, and we're going very close to that jungle again, which I really like because I want more freedom. I don't want to like go back to base every fucking time like I do the camps and shit. Like that's bullshit. And Grump is getting like the damage now spelled on bonus health, so playing tanks once again makes sense. And the crab on the fucking river is giving now Tibbers and Voidlings and everything else a movement speed buff. It's a good change. This is a very small thing. And some bullshit here. New skins. The Zinzar one looks pretty shit. Headhunter Akali looked okay-ish. I don't get the Elderwood brand part too much, but whatever. As this was actually a bit of a longer video, thanks for watching. Hopefully you will enjoy this new patch on this video and you will give it a thumbs up, you subscribe and check out my other videos too. See you guys later.